I'm Dr. Benjamin Visker, and this is a one-shot cure. Almost. This wonderful woman was ready to be cured of all this pain.
My lower right back, actually all the way up. Let me work on my neck, because it goes into my head. Right in here, because it goes over to my left ribs.
Yep, okay.
And then up into the left side of my head.
Got it, okay.
Slight problem, however. She had her lumbar spine fused, had both hips replaced, and that's including after one being drilled for avascular necrosis, and has lived with back problems since she was 10 years old. How likely is it then that we can cure her pain at all, let alone in a single treatment?
We're gonna cover as much anatomy as we can, and that's where we spend more time going through to see what's all involved. Reset as much of it as possible.
Well, someone once said, go big or go home, and she came to me 9 a.m., so I couldn't really go home, so we had to go big. So I matched her symptoms to the patterns in her anatomy and went to work until the job was done. Or so I thought. I brought her back 6 weeks later to prove that what we did indeed cured her pain.
Sounds like you're doing better. Way better.
I was in horrible, horrible pain. I had to lay down at my lunchtime because my back hurt so bad.
Yeah.
I'd have to lay in the back of my truck.
Oh yeah.
I don't have to do that anymore.
That's a big upgrade.
I'd say 90% of the pain is gone.
It turns out I didn't quite get it all.
Well, everything I do is standing. Push down.
Yeah.
That one used to almost put me in tears.
Oh, yeah.
And now it just gets a little, I think it's because my arms are raised.
Yeah.
But if I put the table lower, it seems to hurt more.
So here she is, 90% better from a single treatment, lasting 6 weeks, and yet look how much pain she was still living with.
Oh man. Hey, girls can cry. That's all right.
I'm not crying
It's just-
yet. It's just my makeup and my eyes were.
It's makeup sweat.
It is.
Finally, she was cured, at least for another 7 weeks. Then she threw out her back, getting out of her truck the wrong way. That visit was not part of the one-shot cure program, but I treated her then. She also saw one of my partners for a couple appointments in the weeks to follow, and after that, she was allegedly better. Then I realized it'd been 8 months since I'd heard from her. So I was curious, is she still cured? I texted her, and she responded, she's feeling great. Ever since that one-shot cure, and then the second shot cure follow-up, and then the 3 quick little appointments, she says, I've been feeling great since then. Hey, that's really good news. For a woman who's had back problems since she was 10 and has had 3 major surgeries in the area and works a physical job, that's great news. We cured her pain, but did we do it in one shot? Maybe it's good enough to say that we cured her pain. That is worthy of celebration. But to me, the goal of curing pain in a single
That
treatment
your pain is certainly better. It's lower, it's duller, it's mellower.
is still worth fighting for. And looking back, I see things now. This was 8 months ago. I see things now that I would do differently. Things I missed then that I don't miss now. So, looking back, could we have done it in one shot? Yes, I believe we could have. It may be worth mentioning, however, that she found her cure now, despite having failed many other treatments before.
I've done physical therapy, multiple times of physical therapy,
Yeah.
and that has never helped.
Right.
I've done traction.
What about chiropractic?
I've done, yes. I'm afraid to now.
You should be.
Well, especially with all the metal and the wires and, you know,
Yes.
I just come here.
Now she feels good, and considering all that, I don't feel so bad. I'm Dr. Benjamin Visker, and this is only the beginning.